I want to say facing life. He could be facing the. What the fuck just happened in the
What
studio?
in the Insidious?
See, straight
Where's
up.
the sage at, nigga?
Wait a minute. Hold on, we're gonna put a pause on that.
All right. So I assume y'all checked out that Michael Jackson trailer that dropped this past
Absolutely.
week.
Absolutely.
What y'all thinking?
This movie gonna be fire.
I don't know, man. I get scared because he looks so much like him. He sounds pretty good as a singer naturally. Man, it's their movie to fuck up.
I don't think Fuqua gonna let it go out of bounds.
I don't think so either. I mean, but that's just like because everything is right there. It's supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's scary, but
Now-
I'm looking forward to it.
The Thriller did look a little funny. It looked like his
Yeah.
face
Oh,
was
no,
too big.
yeah.
The makeup, yeah.
So,
He
yeah,
looked
the
like
Thriller
after
makeup-
Martin got his ass whooped by,
By Tommy Hearns?
That was the only thing I said. Damn.
The Thriller makeup and the nose, the original nose was
Yeah.
quite large. I was like, oh, y'all doing Mike dirty.
What was it? Somebody in the family that was like pissed that they doing the movie?
I don't know if she was pissed, but I did see that his daughter
I know his
came out
daughter
and
was
was
out
like,
against it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't supporting this movie. I didn't help because I guess Coleman Domingo said that his daughter was helping and she quickly corrected him.
Okay.
Like,
don't nobody give a shit. Ain't nobody come to see you no way.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Paris.
Straight up.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I was a little nervous. Just because he's such an iconic figure, and usually I feel like the best biopics aren't usually about those huge icons. It seemed like they always mess those ones up. It's the B level, except for like Ray. Ray was great. What's Love Got to Do with It was great, but I don't know. They seemingly mess up our icons quite a bit. So I was a little nervous, but the trailer dropped. I'm there.
It looked like they snapped. So
I'm there.
We're gonna see.
It looked good.
My only concern though is it was supposed to come out, I think this fall or this winter. That was the initial release. And it was supposed to come out, and get a big Oscar push. And now it's coming out in April. So it kind of makes me feel like they're
felt
not.
it was going under.
Yeah, they're not.
Underperform.
Yeah, I don't think they're going for that Oscar push anymore. So now it's just a box office play, I think, at this point. So that kind of has me worried, but
I wonder how long this movie is, because this movie got to be long as shit.
Well, it's supposed to be 2 films.
That's what I'm
it's supposed to be
saying.
2
Like
films.
it's got to be long as hell. It's got to be like the joint they had on TV back in the day.
Yeah, American Dream.
Yeah.
They took that off of YouTube, so they about to cash out on that and put it on one of these
Re-release it
streaming.
on one of the
Mhm. Yep. But no, I'm excited. I can't wait to see the first looks from Nia Long and Coleman Domingo as Joe and Katherine Jackson, because to me that was some interesting casting. I just didn't. I can't picture it, so I'm like, all right,
Right.
I trust Antoine Fuqua, so let's see what you got.
I mean, you got good actors and actresses though, so it's like, where would it fail?
I mean, just looking at some of the performance shots and then the real life shots that they're mimicking,
the side by
side,
side.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
it looked like they handled their business.
Yeah, I agree.
I
with
give
that.
them that.
y'all putting on y'all glove and your leather jackets and your high waters.
No,
Your high waters.
absolutely
Hell
the
no.
fuck not.
Me there in glittery socks and shit. Now I'm good.
People gonna be cosplay
Oh,
down.
man.
It's
They
gonna be
already
crazy.
do.
I wonder
You
who's gonna
see
be
it
the
all
Pepsi
online.
commercial.
It's
Mike.
gonna be coming in with
Jerry
your hair on
curls
fire.
coming out. Oh man, don't do Mike like that. Don't do him
They
like
shouldn't
that.
have did him like that.
So, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie about Queen and Freddie Mercury, I think is currently the highest grossing music biopic.
Hey, that nigga look just like him though.
At like, I think they made $1 billion, or they barely just touched $1 billion worldwide. Do y'all feel like Michael
Michael had grown man
It's
passing out at his concerts.
That's the thing. So the only thing that's scary is like that first run, that first night it opens up. If it's not what people expect and they get on social media and bash it, that can kind of,
Yeah.
obscure that outcome a little bit. So
Yeah. And there was I saw some footage of like indigenous tribes somewhere around the world, and I think it was filmed in the 90s or like late 80s, but the article was about how widespread Michael's reach is, that this tribe of people who don't have TV, don't, just living completely off the grid.
Mhm.
They showed them footage of Michael Jackson and they're all watching and they go, Michael Jackson. I'm like, bro, what? So people in the comments like, don't ever compare Beyonce to Mike,
Yeah.
all this stuff. I'm not getting into that.
yeah,
So don't please.
Yeah, no, fuck that. We
I'm
cutting
not
that.
saying that.
That's cut.
I'm saying people were saying that, not Marques. People.
I'd rather fight the KKK than the Beehive, nigga.
Yeah, they lethal, man.
That is
I know where he
done.
work, where his mama stay, where his daddy stay.
I don't need that kind of smoke.
But yeah, nobody has the reach. Nobody will ever, I don't think, even with social media.
I seen a video, I think on Instagram, where it was showing like people in their sold out crowds, and it looked like Michael Jackson was in like the whole city. Like as many people were out there, it was
the
insane.
only one I seen that came close was DMX.
Oh, at yeah,
That performance.
we had on the red
Yep,
joint.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was insane.
All right.
R.I.P. to DMX.
That was a small country he was performing in front of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was, hundreds of thousands of people out there.
It's crazy the effect that musicians have on people in their lives.
Words,
Like,
yeah. How relatable.
it's the soundtrack. Like you relate pivotal moments in your life to songs and to artists. So
Feel a certain way, you go listen to a certain song. Like, what's that Michael Jackson record? I need to go put that on.
Favorite Michael Jackson song?
Heaven Can Wait.
That's
My
up there
man,
for sure.
That is up there.
Hey, but I Want to Rock With You is that joint.
Okay.
That can almost turn around any mood. You can be pissed off. You hear that? Come on. It's over with.
Yeah.
You feeling a little bit better about life.
Yeah.
Like Mike
Most
did
of
his
his
thing.
most of his music is like
most
that.
of his shit
yeah.
for real. You
Yeah.
can just play the Off the Wall album. You forget whatever the fuck going on.
I ain't even mad no more.
I gotta rock with. It'll change tomorrow, but right now I'm gonna say Human Nature. That's
Man,
what I'm
it's
saying.
funny. I'd seen a video about how that song came about, and I forgot what group it was for, but his daughter was getting like bullied at school, and she asked her dad like why.
Oh yeah.
I think it was was it
I know exactly
Toto
what you're talking about.
or something like that.
I saw
And
the
he was
same
like, either
video.
he likes you, maybe he's just not a nice kid, and sometimes that's just human nature. And they wrote the song, and then they was like, this doesn't really fit our style, so they gave it to Quincy. Quincy was like, yeah, we could change the words, and then boom,
Boom,
boom.
magic.
I bet they wish they'd have kept that motherfucker.
No skips. Probably it wouldn't have hit the same.
It wouldn't. No, not
No,
close.
I mean, shit, they
Michael
had
had
different words.
he
Seeing
mic'd
them
it up.
live, he had the like dramatic pauses and stuff. I'm like, bro was performing that song, and it's such a simple, like quiet song. It's like, how can you, perform that? But when it's Mike, he find a way, I guess.
When it's Mike.
Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome to the Lock Picture Podcast, where we discuss all things film and a little TV too. I'm your host, Marques, and I got my A1s in the studio with me, Triz and Lloyd. And before we jump into anything, please subscribe, like, share, join the Lock Picture Podcast family. Do that. Sports betting has been top of mind, so we're going to discuss the gamble behind the game. How sports betting went from shady side hustle to billion-dollar industry. And no time is better than to dive into some of the films that best represent it. But before we do that, let's just get some little history out the way. So the root of sports betting goes all the way back to ancient Greece, where spectators wagered on Olympic events. The practice spread to ancient Rome, where bets were placed on gladiator matches and chariot races. Then Roman law technically banned betting, but it remained popular. We've all seen Gladiator. I like to think that's the original sports betting film. By the 1600s, betting on horse races was common among nobles, leading to the creation of formal racetracks and the term the sport of kings. Bookmakers began setting odds on multiple horses, not just win-lose outcomes. And then, fast forward, as baseball, boxing, and other sports grew, so did betting, along with corruption. The 1919 Black Sox scandal, many U.S. states cracked down on gambling, forcing sports betting underground and into organized crime. The Professional Amateur Sports Protection Act of 1992 made sports betting illegal nationwide, except in Nevada and a few other states. The rise of online betting sites we've seen come up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and in 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned that PASPA, allowing states to legalize sports betting. So, there were a few controversies that, when I did my research, that popped up. The 2007 NBA betting scandal.
Yep.
The NBA ref was caught betting on games he officiated and influencing point spreads, and he was sentenced to 15 months in prison. This scandal shattered public trust in referees. What are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like there's a lot of questionable. We were texting about some questionable calls in a few of the Bucks games and things like that. He might be biased.
He couldn't have been the only one.
Oh, yeah.
For him to be the only one to go down, obviously the
Think
NBA.
he took the fall?
Not necessarily so that he took the fall. And I mean, of course, he did take the fall,
Right.
but the NBA wanted to clean that up as quickly and quietly as possible. So you didn't want to make it this widespread thing.
Like it's half the officiating.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure
crew.
they probably ushered some guys on out quietly and NDAs and all this other shit. But there's no way one guy controlled the floor on that many games, because other guys can come in, overturn. You see them huddle up all the time. Like, bro, what the fuck are you out here calling? So, no, there were definitely more people involved than just him. I always felt that way about that situation.
That was Tim Donaghy. Is that how you say his name? Donaghy?
But it's like, how far is the reach on that? Like, who is over you? Like,
those are questions they probably never.
You know what I mean?
Ask, dog.
So he wouldn't tell. If he did, he wouldn't be talking anymore.
Yeah. Well, the other one was the 1919 Black Sox scandal that I mentioned. That one, 8 Chicago White Sox players conspired with gamblers to intentionally lose the World Series. All were banned from baseball for life, leading to the appointment of the first MLB commissioner.
They did that shit for like, what, $20 or something?
Right, 1919. That was right before the Depression, too. So that money was shit anyway. Threw your whole crew away for nothing.
So this has been a thing in our sports culture. The last one that came up, the Sonny Liston allegations. Now this sounds like it kind of spreads throughout, but what I saw was rumors of mob influence surrounded boxer Sonny Liston's career, especially his losses to Muhammad Ali. Although unproven, they reinforce boxing links to gambling controversies. I feel like there's always some sort of mob representation in boxing films. You go back to like Raging Bull, there's mob ties there where they're conspiring to throw fights and pay people off. Even in Pulp Fiction, Ving Rhames' character is telling Bruce Willis's character to throw the fight, and of course he doesn't, which causes a whole chain reaction of events. Y'all got anything on that?
I just know that picture that came from it for so many years. I always believed it was, Ali just showboating and boasting. And then to find out, probably a couple years back now, actually, that he was telling him, get up, you bullshitting, like get up and fight. You throwing the fight, don't do that. it was kind of dope. Like the picture's still iconic, but now from another perspective.
Yeah.
And with that, I believe it was on record that like he was still going around telling people like even though he lost the fight, he still won because he made a shit ton of money off of throwing that fight. But then saying that, they think, you know, led to his demise because his
probably so.
Death is still a mystery.
I'm surprised that, like I said, I'm surprised they haven't made a movie about that.
I don't think they want to touch it.
I mean,
how long ago has he been?
That was like in the 70s. It wasn't that long. Like after that fight, maybe a few years later, like boom, he gone.
Whatever the circumstances regarding his death, I mean, how much of it can you actually validate and prove? You know, you don't want to just put together a movie and
they're doing it about Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, I mean, hey, I didn't think it was a great movie, no way. So.
It was a perfect movie.
No,
and they
because,
did it about Jimmy Hoffa. Because they can do the same approach.
The biggest mystery with Jimmy Hoffa is where is he, how he died, and that scene was like that.
Okay,
so I was like, I watched this
Irishman.
I watched this entire movie for that, but still,
we not doing it.
So Sonny Liston, it was 1970 when he passed.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 40 years old. And they don't know, but it's like a lot of people.
What was the cause?
Oh, it was all type of shit in his system. His wife found him, I think, like a week later after he had passed. She came home, whole crib stinking.
Funky, yeah. That's fucked up.
But a lot of people, you know, they suspect it was related to like him kind of talking about what happened with that fight to the wrong people, and like word getting out, like he still made a lot of money off that fight, even though he lost. And you know, it's all hearsay, but you know, he died at the early age.
I'm gonna need Ryan Coogler to make a Sonny Liston movie. I want to see a movie.
You can't put Michael in it.
Why not? You know you're gonna do it
because he's Creed. He can't be Liston.
He can't be both of them.
Yeah, he can.
No, he can't.
Nah. Why not? He's an actor. That's what actors do.
Cancel that one. Cancel that one.
Actually, I wouldn't be mad with him pulling in somebody else. I love what him and Mike do, but you know, I want directors to switch it up. So I wouldn't be mad at it though. I really would like Martin Scorsese to do it since it's mafia tie, but you know,
the death scene to be 30 seconds and we still won't know what the fuck happened.
Be 4 hours long.
We see one boxing scene
with an intermission, right?
Yeah. We better have one. I'm gonna bake one in it. Don't worry about it.
So okay, this has been in the news lately. Can one of y'all explain what's the fuss now? What's going on with the NBA now concerning this betting, gambling?
These millionaires are betting on games for no fucking reason. You are making a shit ton of money to play basketball. Win, lose, or draw, your check is gonna clear. Why the fuck are you going out here placing overs and unders on your stat line? Why are you telling your people to place over and unders on your stat line? You are making a ridiculous amount of money to play a game, and you still have to go out of your way to place bets knowing that shit's illegal. And the worst thing about it, like some of these guys,
Jonte Porter,
like, bro, why is your account your name? It's your real name. And then they can trace this shit back to you. Like, obviously people can make, you know, faux accounts and all this other shit. It's literally your name, and they can trace it right back to your phone, to your laptop, whatever you did it on.
It's like robbing a bank with a "Hello, my name is."
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Sticker on your shirt.
But it kills me. It's like, are you not making enough money? And don't give me all that shit. Oh, well, you know, they say 30 million a year, but when you break it down after, who gives a shit?
Yeah. I think he ruined his career for like what?
It was like what, 6 figures? Like it was.
It wasn't even that much. I don't think.
Nah, pull it up. But whatever it was, it's not what even like. It probably wasn't even a league minimum.
Who is this? Jonte Miller
Porter.
22,000.
$22,000 damn dollars.
So he lost his career over.
I mean,
a game check and less than
all
that.
His shit was under, so he wasn't gonna have no great career.
Oh yeah, he was out there bullshitting.
But nevertheless, I'm saying you're in the NBA. You're at the highest level of the game. You dedicated your entire life playing
54,000
to make it to this level, and you throw it away to place a FanDuel bet.
And he's banned for life.
Could never play in the NBA again.
So I'm assuming he can't play, can't do nothing with
Yeah,
the
he
NBA.
can't-
Can't
nothing.
play,
He gotta
can't
go
coach,
overseas.
can't
He try that
he
shit over
can't
there.
do
They
anything.
gonna kill his ass.
Yeah, you don't fuck around
chop his feet
overseas.
off.
Listen, you got to stay in line when you go overseas. If Brittany Griner taught you nothing else, stay
Man,
in line when you go overseas.
Because she's about to stay in prison over
That's
there.
a whole nother thing. I
Yeah,
don't.
that
I don't
is a
get
whole nother
people
discussion.
who go to different countries and try to do the same stuff that they do here. No, we ghetto.
America is
ghetto.
ghetto, dog.
You can't go
'Cause
over.
it's a guy right now facing life over some weed.
Over weed?
Over weed. I want to say facing life. He could be facing what the fuck just happened in the
What
studio?
in the Insidious?
See? Straight
Where's
up.
the sage at, nigga?
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to put a pause on that. Yeah.
And we're back. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it. I'm going to get that put on a shirt.
So it sounds like it's just greed and like the thrill of
It's got to be.
gambling.
It's got to be greed because like one of the Terry Rozier, he was one of the last ones, you know, current players wrapped up in it. And he's now on leave of absence from the NBA, but he just signed a pretty big contract out there in Charlotte. So it's like, what are you doing this for?
I think it's more so a control thing. Like, I can control this. I'm gonna go out here and miss this shot on purpose, or put up these numbers. And
you could do a friendly bet with your boys doing that, bro.
I mean, I understand.
You could like, right? I'm finna go put 50 on them tonight. I'm gonna put 50 on them tonight and go out there and see if you can get 50. Why do you have to go to a sports book and place a bet on whether you're gonna get, you know, your over or under or your plus minus, whatever it is, you know, you betting on? Why?
And it's only illegal because they're in the NBA,
Because they can
right?
control it.
Okay, yeah.
They can control the outcome.
Because I was gonna say, what's the difference between what's down at Pato and
they control the outcome.
That's why I
don't.
said it's a power like control thing that they got.
But not really, because like Jonte Porter's, his was you take the under and then he faked the injury and left. So he didn't even play. So he had no control yet, and still, other than the fact he didn't play, so his unders hit. But he didn't control the game, the outcome, nothing.
No, it's not controlling the game. It's like controlling this.
That's trash. I ain't going for that one.
I mean,
only because
I don't know, but this is my thought.
Only
Yeah,
because like, what do you walk away feeling like? Oh yeah, I control, bro. You told him you hurt your ankle and you out for the game,
right. But
Right?
I mean,
So
it's
you made
stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid as
$54,000.
fuck. I'm
like,
not.
yeah,
finna-
that's why I'm like, no, it's just greed.
I don't.
Like,
I mean, I don't understand. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, saying what stick, because I have no idea.
I'm not saying like Terry Rozier. If somebody want to pull up his contract, Terry Rozier just signed a nice deal, so he's got money. I don't understand why he would do that. But now a Jonte Porter, who probably was not going to see a second or third contract in the NBA, you have a little bit more room to understand why somebody like that might try to pad their earnings while they in the game. But aside from that, I don't get it, and I never will.
Yeah.
$96 million 4 year.
4 year, $96 million, and you out here placing side bets.
Well, when you take taxes,
Right,
and
who
all
gives a
that,
shit? It's still
No,
more
it's
than
Miami.
the
It's
average.
only He in Miami, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I think that nigga was in a place where they didn't even have state. He in Miami.
Yeah, he started in
Oh,
Miami. He was in
yeah.
Miami. He was in Miami at first, and then he went out to Charlotte, right? Or was it backwards? I don't know. I ain't no.
I don't
Terry
know.
Rozier.
Well, I agree with you with the control, because that's some of the notes I had as to why gambling and this whole world is such a fascinating subject for film. And
I could see control from Tim Donaghy's standpoint, you know, because nobody knows. There's a handful of referees that people who know their actual names, right? But for the most part, don't nobody know these referees. We didn't come to see the referees. And you see it in all sports. They make themselves part of the game. They try to make themselves bigger in moments than the game. Like, that call was really just to get you attention. You didn't need to do that. So I could see from an officiating standpoint, control being a thing like, I'll make this game go the way I want it to.
Who's the ref? Chris Paul. Those two they have.
Scott Foster.
Yeah, like that's the only reason you know his name.
Dude,
Yep.
Because he fucks with Chris Paul all the time, and Chris Paul loses every game he officiates.
I don't think he's won when that guy has officiated like in the last so many years. It's ridiculous.
So,
like, the stats are there. To me, why does the NBA even allow him to officiate games Chris Paul is in? Obviously, because if they don't, then it's admission that they see the pattern, but nothing's being done about it. But yeah, no, that's a perfect example.
I think it could be looked at as this like an illusion of control. You know, it may
Definitely an
not be
illusion.
actual control, but in their mind they feel like, oh, I can bend luck or I can bend fate. I feel like that's what gambling is. You
Yeah.
know, you're taking a risk, and then when you hit, you feel like you've conquered luck or something.
But my thing is like, and I guess it does come to a control point, because you could literally bet on the other 29 teams in the NBA. You don't have to bet on your team. You don't have to bet in the game you're in. You could bet on a game, you know, you could be off and you could just bet and see, but you have no control over that. So,
Because
give you
in the
control from that
NFL, Calvin Ridley, he was injured, I think, and he was betting on his team to win. And he got suspended for a year. It's not like he was betting on them to lose and he was out there fucking up.
Yeah.
He just bet on his team to win, and they were like, nah, nigga.
And I get it, because it creates that room, that gray area where, are you going out there? Like, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. What's his name? King Henry. There's a clip that's going around. It's some mafia guy, and he talks about how these players end up in a hole and they owe so much money, and it's like, dog, I can't get it to you right now. Which I don't understand that, because these motherfuckers' game checks be hundreds of thousands of dollars a week, but neither here nor there. They can't make payment on, you know, the credit lines they owe and whatever the case may be. So he's like, oh, well, you're just gonna fumble. You're gonna fumble until we tell you not to. King Henry done fumbled 11 times. This nigga is 7'2", 345 pounds.
Doesn't
How the fuck
fumble.
are they making your big ass fumble?
Wait. Oh.
You look up who King Henry is. You are a Greek god statue build of a human, and you've been fumbling.
This is Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. It is making you look like exactly what this guy just said.
And he's fumbling like in pivotal moments where it's like,
the game is on the line. You could win
you
it
had
here.
a great game all game, and now you get hit by a little nigga and you just
Boom.
drop the ball. And now
It's
you on the
somebody
sideline
probably
slamming
sitting.
your
It's
helmet
somebody
and
sitting
shit.
on the opposite side, 50-yard line with a leather coat on, and he hit him with one of these.
Yeah.
He just go out there
I
and
was about to
fumble
say,
that bitch.
it makes more sense when you, to me at least, when the stories with the mafia being involved and them telling you like you're gonna throw
This
this
is what
game
you're
or
gonna
whatever,
do.
but it
'Cause you're
doesn't
not
make
gonna
any
tell them
sense
no.
when you're just betting on your
Yeah, I'm
team or
bored.
yourself, and it's
I'm
like,
gonna bet.
why? Go to the
But how
casino,
did you
play
get
some
into
blackjack.
bed with the mafia in the first place? Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? There's so much shit that goes into it, but I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
And you know, they'll tell me them rich people problems. I should be worrying about some other shit and whatever. But it's just dumb. Don't ever let me come into that type of money. Bet what? I bet you niggas will never hear from me again. That's what I
said.
bet.
I'm like, man,
The
I'm
fuck are y'all-
chilling.
What?
I'm chilling. I got what I need.
I'm out the way.
And if I want some adventure, I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'm gonna go for a run.
No, what was that movie?
Jet skiing or something.
I Think I Love My Wife. Chris
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
When they was throwing the dollars out the window. That's what I do for excitement. I throw $100 bill out the window in a crowded area. Who gonna get it? That's my excitement. You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
That is my excitement.
So as we've discussed, it's a very hot topic. It's
crazy.
It's made for Hollywood. The stories,
the movies
are
are,
made
I'm
for,
pretty sure,
it's
on the
made
way.
for Hollywood, and some of the films that I highlighted here that deal with sports gambling, or sometimes some of them are just gambling in general, but Uncut Gems by the Safdie brothers, starring Adam Sandler. It turns gambling into this metaphor for like existential chaos. There's all this chaos around him. He needs to impose meaning on like his randomness. You know, his life is a high stakes bet against fate, and he ultimately never learns that the house always wins. I mean, he
That's tough,
dies.
dog. That's tough. Because if you watch that movie, like, the way movies usually go, they give you somebody to root for, and they give you, they tug at you one way or another emotionally. And you could feel bad for this guy. Like, he got his ass whooped damn near all through the movie, pretty much. And you could kind of start to feel bad for him. But it's like, you had a couple moments where you were straight. Like, I think, what'd he do? He did he win a bet? I know he pawned Kevin Garnett's ring. That was crazy.
So he won a bet, but
He
the
won
guy
something.
canceled that shit.
Not even that one.
Oh, okay.
But there was one. I thought he won something and then went and bet the winnings on something else.
Oh, he had a major
What
problem.
are you doing?
He kept trying to.
Bro, there's no problem when these niggas on your ass like that, bro.
I mean,
that's the biggest
fucking
problem
idiot.
you have.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's hard to feel bad for you in that moment.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to feel bad for Terry Rozier, 96 million over 4 years, and you want to go make a bet on whether you're gonna score 18 or not. Get the fuck out of here.
And that's why, at least with that film, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily gambling that's his problem. It's like he's addicted to chaos.
That's fair.
He's
because
definitely addicted to chaos.
He's like you said, you had so many moments where you could have gotten out.
You could have gotten out.
You were good. Like, what are you gambling
Because
for?
at the same
even the one
time-
when he won big, and then he had the girl run down to the casino and bet all that shit. No, he sold the
opal.
the opal
Yeah,
to Garnett. Had was it like 145, 170,000, whatever it was. She ran down there and made the bet.
Well, the thing is, we never really knew how much he owed Arno. I don't think.
It don't matter. It
yeah,
won
But at the same
170.
time,
No.
I don't think he ever thought he was in trouble because they were family. So it's like, I'm gonna get you the money.
I
Nah,
don't.
they was whooping his ass. They put him naked in the trunk at
Yeah,
his
but I
kids'
don't think he
play.
ever thought that Arno would like.
No, I don't. See, for me, I
don't
didn't buy
know.
that. It really felt like he
was addicted to chaos. I 100% agree with
chaos.
Cause.
Oh, me too.
And he didn't have, like he seemingly didn't have a purpose in life. So that became his
that was
purpose.
his
That
yeah.
was.
Because even
That
at
was
the
his
place,
drive.
speaking of when he was at his child's performance and he sees them in the audience, which was fucked up, but he sees them out there. He steps out in the hallway. They come out there. You know you outnumbered. Why you gonna try and get rough with them?
Yeah.
And then they grab your ass and strip you down and throw you in the trunk.
But
of
at the
your
same
car.
time, them being there, that was his family too. He just ain't had to have his henchmen with him.
damn, they was there.
I mean, they were. I'm
So
just
that's what I'm
saying.
saying. So why are you getting tough with niggas in the
he
hallway?
was stupid.
No, I don't think he was. I 100% agree with Mark. That man was not stupid. He was not stupid. He was about his business. Don't get me wrong. He was about his business. And
I feel like the perfect example of his addiction to chaos is when he's in the office and Lakeith's character comes in. I think he's looking for Garnett's ring or was it watch? He's going through
the watches. He
going
had
through
his
his
watches and
cabinet,
shit.
watching
Yeah.
Rolexes. He's going through his cabinet. And he's on the phone. Adam Sandler's character is on the phone with his doctor, getting his test results.
Yeah.
And Lakeith is just going off and blah, blah, blah. And he's just handling, like, shut up. I'm handling business.
Right.
Like,
That was just normal
This is
to
just
him.
your life.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like,
He was
okay.
on the run the entire movie.
Yeah. I felt like that to me, out of the films that I've watched, felt like the most realistic feeling of this whole gambling situation, because to me it is, I guess because I don't understand it and I don't have that mindset. To me it is like you just love chaos. You like the risk of
It's got
potentially losing everything, including your life. So, and I felt like watching this movie, I felt stressed. I'm like, I am stressed the heck out. Like, what?
Because it's like, take your out.
Yeah.
Take your
Be
out.
done.
And he had
just
many
wouldn't do it.
opportunities.
And he wouldn't do it.
He had
Done.
many opportunities.
See, it took me one time to learn gambling one for me. I walked into a casino and I saw the roulette table, game of probability and shit like that. I saw it was like, I don't remember if it was all black or all red, but they showed like the last ones that hit on the screen. And either way, like the last 9 rows or 8, however many it was one way. It was like black or it was red. So obviously I'm like, well, shit, it's got to hit the other side. I pulled $200 out of my pocket and I placed it on the opposite color. That bitch rolled 00 green. I lost $200 in 4 seconds. I've never gambled like that ever again in my life. That was it for me. So getting addicted is crazy. To one, I don't understand how you can have fun losing money. I was in a casino and I saw somebody sign over their paycheck.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
And then they walked out with their head
understand.
down.
Yeah.
bro, there go rent.
Yep.
There go
Everything.
lights.
My
Bro,
car about to get repoed.
I was at Potawatomi a few years back watching folks play. I think it was the blackjack table, and this guy was going on a nice little run. So there was a crowd coming around, just kind of watching. I was just down there to drink and eat. I may
That's what I
pay
go for.
$20 and
Right.
that's it. And then he just slowly gave it all back.
Gave it all
And I was
back.
just like, oh man, that sucks. And then he turned around. Then he turned around and was like, anybody got bus fare?
Wow.
Bro, I didn't notice, man, but I wanted to go up to him and be like,
And
you need help.
No, you need your ass whooped.
There is no way.
The only help you can get.
He had to have been up at least 1,000. At least 1,000.
And then he had to hoof it home.
And so I'm like, bro, you up a stack and then you don't even have no cars.
Nigga, you
didn't
asking
even
for
pocket
bus fare?
like $20
Right,
just
at least
to
pull that
take
off
a
the
Uber
table.
home or something. Nah.
Because here's my thing. Like when I did like just play whatever games I would play, if I took money to the casino, I wasn't taking anything else out
No.
to gamble with. I was okay with losing this if I lost it.
Yep.
But if I won that back, I put that shit in my pocket.
Yep.
And now I'm
That's what
playing
I'm
with the money I
talking about.
won.
That's how you supposed to do it.
And if you got shit to take care of, oh shit, okay, I came up. Let me make sure that's taken care of.
Right.
And then I can either play with the rest, pocket the rest, do whatever I want to do.
Mhm.
And that's why watching Adam Sandler's character, you feel bad. I felt bad early on, but then as it kept going and kept going, I said,
I felt bad for his family. That was about
He
it.
deserved what he got coming.
That was about it.
yeah.
For the kids.
That was it.
was it. Because everybody, his wife, she really didn't fuck with him like that, and he knew what he had coming.
I mean, he was on some bullshit
He
anyway.
was, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, his kids. And then like them trying to act like everything was okay and bullshit around with it. Then the son found out when he had to use the bathroom, which he
Right.
shit in the neighbor crib, which is actually
it's
hilarious. Because
crazy.
no, fam.
Yeah.
You take that back to your dad house, nigga. But
Yeah, no, that was a wild
felt
movie.
bad for the kids, but that was about it. Because at the end, I was like, oh, okay, damn, Serpico.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we're talking about the guys who got caught. I'm pretty sure it's players. I'm pretty sure there are multiple players across all the leagues who are never going to get caught. Because one, you don't do dumb shit like play 6 or 7 consecutive bets. This one 20,000, this one that, all on the same line. You don't do shit that will raise flags. For you to think that nobody's watching these bets being placed with these companies, they don't want to lose money. They're not in this business to give you money.
Mm-hmm.
They're in it to take your money. So if you think they're not watching the bets that come in, you think, bro, they ain't gonna know. If all 5 of y'all go down there and place the same bet, $30,000. How the fuck all y'all get $30,000?
They really fucking up though too though, because as of November 1st, like collegiate athletes can bet on pro sports.
Yeah, I don't
now.
like that. I don't like that. I don't like
So-
because what's his name?
Why are you against that?
It's just too much muddy water because they can bet on professional games but not collegiate.
And then once you go pro, you can't bet on none of that shit. But they gonna be Adam Sandler, be addicted to that shit. And
Well, that's what they drive into. Because,
And now they have money
you
to
got
do it because of NIL.
all of the apps and all of the advertisement. I'm like, you watch a game and they're talking parlays and
even
this
on the
app
courts,
and all
like
of that.
when you watch it on TV, like they'll have shit on the court where they talk about like.
So I will say
FanDuel
though,
and DraftKings.
you know what? Everything I just said, I will negate all of it for the simple fact that professional athletes cannot do sports betting, but members of Congress can trade in the stock market.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
fucked up.
They have absolute control over what
We seeing that like
buys and
crazy.
sells,
Yeah.
and they can make hundreds of millions, billions. We ain't talking about 10, 15, 20,000, 100,000. We're talking about millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. And if they can do that and there's no frown on that, then I think they should.
They
If
kinda-
you're-
I agree with that.
to take it back to ancient Rome, that would be like the gladiators betting on their matches, and that's not gonna happen. The kings are the puppet masters.
I'm
You
just
know?
saying, man. It's like
No, Lloyd got a point there because, like he said, you win 20,000 off a bet, whatever, but they making billions.
Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy.
So,
100 million, that was off of
it
2
is
words.
what it is. But I mean, listen, if you're gonna sports bet as an athlete, be smart.
Yeah.
right? Don't stop trying to hit home runs. Stop trying to, give somebody $30,000
doing that shit under your own name.
That's the thrill that they're chasing.
And that's the thing. Okay, cool. Bet on soccer.
Yeah.
Bet on a sport you don't play in.
Right.
If you're gonna bet the sport that you play in, don't go for the $30,000 line. Don't go for, because now if out of no fucking where the 12th man on the bench, the 8th man on the bench who barely cracks rotation, for whatever reason, everybody decides to go put 30,000 here, 20,000, 15 here, and they're putting them all on the same thing.
Because that's what happened with Jonte Porter, if I'm not mistaken.
That's gonna raise a flag.
They're like, hold on,
you know
now.
what I'm saying? Like, stop being stupid.
You telling people what you doing.
If you're gonna do dumb shit,
betting.
at least don't be dumb while doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do dumb shit, don't be dumb while doing it.
Yeah.
That's real.
So yeah, that's Uncut Gems. Just a little bit about that. So that came out in 2019. It was supposed to be Adam Sandler's like moment where the Academy was gonna recognize him, the movie was gonna, get all this love, and it got zilch.
Yeah, he didn't do anything that was groundbreaking or
so?
earth shattering.
I thought he was
acted.
great.
He did great. I mean, obviously, when you look at Adam Sandler, you compare him to like Happy Gilmore.
But he was the same in Happy Gilmore too. That's what's crazy. It's like I see no difference in that character.
What you mean?
What, in Uncut Gems?
Yes.
Well, see, I'm not a huge Adam Sandler fan, so I haven't seen all of those movies. I've seen like Waterboy, Big Daddy, that kind of thing. But
right.
what I think he does here is he really plays into that whole chaos. He plays into that whole storm, into that just whirlwind. And
He
I think,
did, but it was still nothing.
I think if his performance, if he doesn't walk that line, I really feel like the movie just doesn't land then, because
But you can't have the goofy quirkiness. Like,
That's
he was
why
just
it's
loud,
hard when those guys
aggressive,
take those types of roles after doing goofy, comedy, laughable shit your whole career, and do you do something a little bit more serious? Because I wasn't moved by his character, but those moments that Lakeith had, it's like he coming in there looking for his watches. I'm like, oh, he about to tear this bitch up.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when he ditched them when they went to the Boston Celtics practice, like, you weird, bro. I felt his energy and his delivery and performance more than I felt Adam's.
But I think, to me, that seemed to be the point. Like, Adam is in the storm. He's not somebody that we're supposed to feel for.
But they were both in the storm.
It's more so like we're observing him. We're observing him and his fall, and we're like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
but see, that's
I
what
can
I'm.
see
That's
it
the
from
part.
a mile away.
But that's the part you're feeling, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I can see it a mile away. Man, I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You won. You had the money. You had the money right there. And granted, you were getting ready to cash out for like 1.2 or something.
1.2.
Yeah.
And then obviously dude was just sick of your shit and he.
But I think that's
upended you.
That's what makes his performance so great, is because he is an actor that you have. If you love his movies, you have fond memories of. He seemingly is a nice guy. So it's usually when you cast somebody like his stature, it's to, evoke this this empathy. The audience automatically walks in with this sort of empathy. But all that's washed away. That's why I feel like
that's why I say it washed
it was
away
great.
immediately.
So
I thought he did a good job.
What was
Don't
the
get me
best
wrong.
scene that he had in the movie?
I don't think he had moments like that. Like, we call them like Oscar Beatty scenes, where you have that moment where you're like, oh, that's gonna be the clip that they play.
Yeah, they tried when he was crying, when he was going through the whole shit.
Oh,
and
he did have.
You know what I'm
crying
saying?
scene, but they didn't play it.
But
like
that's after he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
got his.
Hey,
I
did like the scene where him, like, he got into it with The Weeknd, which was fucking hilarious.
That shit was funny.
You know what I mean? Like, just crashed out. Then he walking down the street, and it's like, okay, it is a different Adam Sandler, but it's still just the loud, aggressive,
But
same
even
nature.
her scene, I don't know the woman's name that was the
girlfriend?
his girlfriend in that.
Oh yeah.
But just even her scene walking back to the club, you know what I mean? It just I thought she did her fucking job.
Yeah, I think all the actors were
Absolutely.
We're
Even
wonderful.
what was the guy name that he owed?
Arno.
Yeah. Because when dude put one through him, he was looking like, oh shit, it was never supposed to go that far.
Like I was just roughing him up a little bit.
We,
like
was gonna we were gonna
murdering
get the money
motherfuckers.
from, and then when he hit the 1.2, we're going to get the money.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna pay us now.
And then they just smash and grab.
He didn't. The house won.
But he was sick of
Thought
that
he was
shit.
gonna get over.
He was like, it's funny because me
Bro,
and
I'm
Lloyd
sorry. You
talked about
locked
it.
me
He
in
was-
that motherfucking
for
little
2 hours?
vestibule. Man, yeah, you done. I don't give a
Two and
fuck
half,
if you
3
won
hours?
$10 million. Fuck you.
I mean, I could understand if he just beat the dog shit out of him.
Nah.
But it's like, but now you're not getting the money. So this is all
yes,
for
I
nothing.
am. I'm getting it out of here. They told that motherfucker.
But that shit was fake though. He was selling fake shit.
Yeah.
I thought that was just Lakeith shit that was fake.
You never know. You don't know.
I was about to say.
I
yeah, I don't
assumed it
think
was
they,
all
I don't
fake.
think they clarified.
Yeah.
I assume most of the shit was fake because they had cooked paperwork. They had all of this other
That's
shit.
probably all them shops out there, low.
You know what I'm saying? Because like he was giving watches like, here, fucking take it. And then dude came back like, yo, this ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed
Real
that
or
a lot
fake,
of that
none
shit.
of that shit
Yeah, I
should cost that
assumed
much
that was
money.
his.
No
That was
way.
his game.
Yeah, just selling fake jewelry.
Yep.
But that opal was supposed to be like his,
His prized possession.
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And then once it got reassessed, he like, no, redo this shit. This is wrong. Take
Right.
those out.
Yeah.
Somebody hustled them.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I just felt like this seemingly gave the most accurate depiction of what that life can
A degenerate gambler.
be like. Yeah. and maybe it's not as accurate or it's a little heightened, but I think the way it made me feel was the takeaway that I had from that film. It was just like this is crazy.
So
is.
did you feel bad for him at the
No.
end
No,
at all?
absolutely.
I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel happy. It was just like the movie went off and I just felt like, okay, like I got a peek into some world that I never knew existed. That's what it felt like.
Again, I felt bad for the kids because it's like Shorty came up. The kids ain't gonna get none of this goddamn money.
Yeah, she sure
She
had that
came
ticket.
up.
She came up. But in the words, you know, a wise man once said, if you want to keep your shit,
I was gonna say that shit earlier.
gotta know when to quit.
Buns.
But
I swear I was gonna say that
It's
earlier.
true, though.
It is.
That's
That's
straight up.
fact.
like, you
But
That's
Arnold,
fact.
but Arnold, to be fair, Arnold did fuck up because he had all of that money on that first bet, and Arnold went to his bookie and was like, "Fuck that bet, cancel it."
see, but my thing is this: that what I didn't like about that scene or that moment.
Because how do you do that?
But no, one, how do you do that? But clearly they got pulled and they got respect.
right, they had
But
guns,
where was
too.
the money though? If he placed this bet
That's fair.
and you canceled the bet, the money didn't go back to, you know,
The
Adam's
bookie had to
character.
give you the money.
Why didn't he just give you the money and you
Right.
should have been clear?
That's fair. But how much did he owe him though? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I
if they
think I
said
want
it.
to say 50, but
But then he owed every nigga in
Yeah,
the
he
city
owed
though,
a
'cause
lot of
people was jogging
motherfuckers.
down on him like,
He
bro, what's
owed-
up?
he owed a
He
lot
like,
of
here, take this
motherfuckers.
watch, take this.
yeah, he gave out that watch. He's like, man, it's fake watch.
Because when he went and pawned that
he
ring,
looked
I
like
said, oh,
my
he
chemistry
is
teacher
fucked up out
from
here.
freshman year.
I know you're talking about.
I can't think of his name.
Kalinsky?
Kalinsky. He looked like Kalinsky, dog. I said,
He did.
that shit was funny
But,
as hell.
when he pawned that ring, I was like, oh, he in a bad spot.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that's wild.
Because if you don't get that shit back,
100,000.
And then he forgot.
That's what he owed.
He owed 100.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think what he put on that was like 50 or then maybe or something. Either way, neither here nor there.
I did like the scene where he had Garnett in the office and he was gaming them like, this is what they think. But they don't know we know this.
Yeah, he put him on that.
What were your thoughts about Kevin Garnett's performance?
I thought he did
we've
good.
We've seen athletes, you know.
We've
take
seen
on-
Kevin Garnett on the Jamie Foxx show.
But see, also the other
He
thing
was?
too, though. Yeah,
I thought he was great. I was
I
like,
thought he was great.
He was
needs to
great.
continue to do film.
He
but
was
the other
great.
thing about it though is he wasn't, you know, an actor.
Yeah.
He was Kevin Garnett
He was
playing
himself.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
So you
But
don't want him to
we've
be.
seen that still go south with some people because they just
See,
they
but I
get in
don't-
front of the camera, they get stiff. He felt like a real person,
Right.
You know,
No, he did his thing.
yeah.
He definitely did because, like Triz was saying, when he was on the Jamie Foxx show, he felt like you were describing stiff. And
And he was
just,
Kevin Garnett then
You know
too.
what I'm saying? And he was Kevin Garnett then too. So he definitely grew as an actor. And those are
That was probably
literally
the
the only two
director.
things
Yeah.
I've known him to be in.
The directors probably
Probably
know,
was in
'cause
some
when you
other
have
stuff.
good directors, they know ways to open actors up and get the performance out of them. But
Yeah, but no, Garnett
So,
did his thing.
would y'all say this is peak Adam Sandler? I don't know how deep y'all are into his.
I've seen a lot of his
catalog.
movies.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of his movies. Just like acting, when you talk about stuff, because this is more of a drama compared to anything else that he's done. I don't think you have to necessarily act like reaching your acting bag to do comedy like you do drama. So he definitely handled his business. This is gonna always outweigh performance wise anything else in his filmography.
Well, he's dabbled in more serious fare. He recently did the Netflix show movie with Aunt Edwards and Queen Latifah.
Oh yeah, the Hustle.
I still gotta watch
Yeah,
that
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say this was the pinnacle for his crossover.
Oh yeah,
into
for
more
sure.
serious roles.
For
That
sure.
was pretty good. Yeah. For sure.
So yeah, when this came out and
He
got
did.
snubbed.
What was the one he did with the boy from Pineapple Express? I can't think of none of these people names. I am drawing a blank. One of the comedian movie, like, and he was sick or something.
Oh, Funny People.
Funny People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had cancer.
Yeah,
Somebody
some
had
shit
cancer.
He was like the legend,
he
right?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been dabbling in his dramatic bag.
I'd like to see more.
lately.
I would
Of the
definitely like
drama.
to see
Yeah.
more.
I felt like he should have been nominated. I thought he got snubbed.
But I also
'cause-
feel like that role, that person, that character, you're in a box, right?
That year,
That's who you are.
who was like up there that year?
Well, it's funny you should ask, Triz. So that was the year that Parasite won several Oscars. So that was the Best Picture winner. Uncut Gems was not nominated. That director won Best Director.
Parasite
Uncut
cleaned up.
Gems, the Safdie brothers, was not nominated. Best Actor went to Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Like I mentioned, Adam Sandler was not nominated. And some people were even arguing that Lakeith Stanfield and Kevin Garnett deserved some
Lakeith
recognition
for sure.
Lakeith for sure.
supporting actor. That went to Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So no love for Uncut Gems. And to this day, Adam Sandler has not received an Oscar nomination. So I think his time will be coming very soon.
Yeah, he stay on that
Obviously,
drama
Lakeith-
road. Yeah, for sure.
Keith has gotten his recognition with Judas and the Black Messiah.
Bodied that.
But
As
we've
he
seen
should've.
him kind of take more like off the wall kind of. I don't want to say
Right.
weird. I don't like calling things weird.
He's just
but
versatile
different.
in like a bunch of different roles.
Like different types of
What
material.
do they say? Eccentric or something?
Yeah, like eccentric type stuff. So, it's not gonna get that kind of recognition, but
Right.
yeah. So that was Uncut Gems. I also I got some films that I did not watch, but maybe you guys have seen. The first one is Two for the Money. I think you watched that one.
I thought I definitely.
I wanted to. I didn't get around
Okay,
to
so
it. I
neither
definitely checked out the trailer though.
Okay, yeah. I
definitely seen
started it.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
I
I
know,
am
and that's
shocked,
why I was
actually.
excited because my guy Al Pacino, Sir Al Pacino, the Godfather himself, is in it. I started it, and I'm maybe I'm being a little too critical, and it could have just been the mind space I was in when I started it, but it just felt like a TV movie, and I
Really?
just turned it off. It felt very cliche and like they were just going through the motions, and so I turned it off. But it explores this idea of gambling being like your belief system, what you center your life around. It explores
really do.
this seductive idea that you can predict, control, and outsmart fate.
Sound like Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Sound like
yeah.
anybody that bets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know this
guess,
nigga finna do this.
I guess you see that personal
And
collapse.
I lose every
That is
goddamn
exactly what you say
time.
every time. I
I
made so
lose
many bets.
every
I
time.
know they finna go in there. I know.
Yeah.
No, you don't know shit.
You don't know nothing. So yeah, it kind of seems like a lesser Uncut Gems type, at least
Really?
from what I started watching and then what I read. Cause
So you watched
do
Uncut Gems
see-
first and then started watching this?
Well, I had seen Uncut Gems
That's
when
right.
it first came out, and I rewatched it for the first time for this pod.
Same.
Two for the Money I'd never seen, but I was excited to watch because Al, and then I turned it off. I was like, okay.
He made it to the intermission, right?
I didn't even make it to the
There you go.
intermission. It was the opening number, and turned it off. The other film, Silver Linings Playbook,
That movie was good.
featuring Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, directed, who's that director? David O. Russell. Got a lot of Oscar nominations when it came out. Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress, but that was dealing more so with gambling being like a coping mechanism. Their whole family, Bradley Cooper and his dad is Robert De Niro, and then their I don't think their mom was in on it, but definitely Bradley Cooper's character and Robert De Niro's character, they betting on the NFL became like their how they coped with life, and if they hit, then life would be good. If not, then they felt like life would be bad.
Well,
type
yeah,
thing.
That
nigga.
tracks. Like the fuck.
And what team was it?
The Eagles.
Had to be the Eagles.
It was the Eagles.
Okay.
But
I was
didn't,
about
like-
to say because I know they were in
Yeah, I'll say I don't
in
even remember how
Philadelphia.
betting took shape in that.
Because I thought they were both like mentally unstable.
Yeah, I thought
like,
they were
with
both
work.
on the spectrum doing some shit like
it was more of
It was
a
spectrum
Oh,
dating.
they definitely were. It was more like reference and kind of displayed through like the superstition, because Robert De Niro will always be like, oh, we got to do our routine,
Right.
and otherwise it's not gonna work. They're not gonna win. Blah 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 blah
Okay.
blah. So
Yeah, I saw that the one time. That was it.
Mhm.
yeah,
I don't.
but I wrote for that movie, gambling is their metaphor for hope. If they
Yeah,
can.
hope to win. Hope to not have to go
Right.
back to work.
Bruh, what?
but
Shit.
for at least
I be trying
Bradley
every
Cooper,
goddamn weekend.
At least his character, you could kind of see the parallels.
He said, no, because for real, you trying to turn that $2 into 1.2. Man, them
man.
15, bro. The
Niggas,
fucked up thing.
Every
though, is-
weekend I be like, bro, if this one hit, we good. I don't bet a
bro.
lot though.
Nah, it'd be like $5.
It'd be
you
like
know,
a little
slip.
12-leg parlay. I need 12 things to go right. How I plan.
That'd be the whole fucked up thing. But the worst part about all of it is like the shit be lining up, and it's always one that just sell on you, bro, and just
It just be one off, bro.
fuck the world.
That's why I just
You have never
can't
gone
get
to
into
bed after, bro. Listen, that's why you don't. If you don't sports bet, don't start. Don't do the shit. It's rigged. They control it. They're always gonna win.
The house is
However
always
it
gonna
works.
win.
But there's nothing worse than this is why people like really get attitudes and hate professional athletes.
Yeah, they be DMing them. All
Like
type of
Jason
shit.
Tatum, you averaged 24 points a game. The one night I needed you to get 22, you got 17.
No, it's like
You
bro,
and your whole family. You know what I'm saying? And it goes that far.
you
You,
be ready to
don't
cry.
want to
It's
do
like
that.
$5 could have changed my life.
Bro, that
And
shit would have
you
turned into
fucked it up for me.
$117,000.
You fucked it up for me.
You mean to tell me you couldn't hit 2 more shots, nigga?
You missed them
You
free
didn't have
throws.
2
I
more shots
fucking
in you,
hate
bro.
you.
While they go home to their mansions and
Yeah,
stuff.
millions up,
I
and
got-
they lost the game.
And
Who gives a shit whether they win or lose?
because you gotta
Yeah.
be up at 5 in the
for
morning to go to
overtime
that
and
job.
shit now.
Like, god damn.
Like, bro, it's tough.
Yeah,
But
It's
you
a
be this
tough
close, and that it's funny because that be the thing. It's like, I just missed it. Next week, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on
I
it.
got it. I'm
And
on
then you
that.
miss again.
yeah.
And then
But
again.
that goes back to that illusion of control. You think, oh,
I know, I ain't got no
onto it
control.
now.
Oh, I ain't got no
I know I
control.
ain't got no
I'm just
control.
hoping these
I'm
niggas. But it's like,
hoping
I
they
know
go
what you can do.
They fucking job.
Yeah.
Your job is to play basketball. It's
it
to
ain't-
make shots.
But it's not like niggas betting 165,000,
I'm
40,000.
just, I don't care what I bet, bro. Your job is to you averaged this for the last 6 games. I put you on my
And the
slip.
one time I bet
Why
on
the
you,
fuck today you can't hit what they say? You can't hit the broadside of a barn. You can't
Bruh.
throw a rock into an ocean. What
And I'm
the
telling
fuck
you,
are
it's
you doing out
usually
there?
one leg. It had you
It
crying
ain't no
like little boy
usually.
in
It
soul food.
always.
You just walk away
So-
from the TV crying.
break down parlays and what that, because I hear that all the time. I don't know what that means.
You don't want to know, bro.
Dog, like the shit will like.
Because I always hear like, did your parlay hit?
Triz gonna put the drugs in front of you. I just said you don't want to know.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
No,
come
on,
to the dark side.
Tell me.
I tell you like
gonna
this.
do it. I just want to know.
Yeah,
so I want to know what people doing.
So peep this. Last year I ran a parlay. It was just a 2-leg parlay.
Damn,
and I just needed, bro. I just needed the most rushing yards.
Nigga,
it's just
quit.
2 players. It's 2 different people, 2 different categories. I needed the most rushing yards and the most receiving yards for the week. I think I bet like $8. It would have been like $2,200. My running back got me the most rushing yards out of any running back that week. I'm like, bet. The receiver.
Who was the receiver?
CD Lamb. CD Lamb. 3 yards. All I needed was 3 more yards. And I'd have won $2,200 off of $8.
Wow.
But nah, the nigga couldn't get 3 yards. He couldn't fall.
Yeah, you could fall and get 3 yards.
So a leg is the different category.
So it's like if Lloyd is on a ticket, you on a ticket, I'm on a ticket. It's like, say it's basketball. Lloyd's supposed to, I say he gonna get over 30 points. You gonna get over 7 assists, and I'm gonna grab over 8 boards. That's a 3-leg parlay.
Okay.
You need all 3 of them
to hit.
And it's like,
so I assume if you only do one
you ain't win this shit.
Parlay.
Yeah, so that's just a straight bet. It's got to be multiple to be a parlay.
To be a parlay. Oh, okay.
But then the thing is like, if it's somebody like on the back of the bench, it's like, yeah, he gonna hit 2 threes. You might get like plus 5,000.
Yeah, the odds are crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how they get your ass. The odds, they go up exponentially based on what is most unlikely to happen. Yeah. And so back to the top of the conversation.
I'm assuming that the night that Rollins hit 30.
Yeah.
Whoever,
if anybody had Rollins on that ticket to go plus like 25, I'm pretty sure it spiked the odds crazy.
So last year, another one. It was another $7 bet, would have been like $2,100. And I hit everything. I even had a player for the Packers, Jaden Reed, caught a tipped pass in the 4th quarter for a touchdown. I had him on my ticket for a touchdown. I had a player on the Rams, Tutu Atwell, who was like the 3rd on the depth chart, 4th on the depth chart for a touchdown. He scored. I just needed the Sunday night game, 1 touchdown.
Who was that? Jalen
Waddle. Jalen Waddle. The 2nd receiver on the depth chart. You know, they go down, boom, he hit Tyreek Hill. I'm like, okay, that's understandable. I'm like, he'll get him the next drive. They marching down the field. He hit Waddle like 3-4 times on the drive. I'm like, this the one. Tua dumbass throws a Hail Mary pretty much to the fucking running back and throws an interception. Cooked my fucking parlay. They ain't make it downfield no more the rest of the game, bro.
I don't know nothing about this.
You see how easy it is to be Adam Sandler, bro?
I'm living in...
This is the biggest loser.
Dog.
In ignorant bliss over here.
You'll be right there. Because like I said, I done cooked up a ticket. It was a foolish ticket, but $5 could have got me about 145 bands.
You know that shit is, bro.
I don't know why I picture y'all at home when y'all lose y'all parlays. Is that the term? Mm-hmm. Lose your parlays, hitting a Cuba Gooding Jr. from.
Oh man, if it's close, like, cause some of them you be like you. Especially if your parlay spans different games, like you be done, you done checked one up, bam, that hit, bam, that hit. Damn. You got 4 more games to go, but that motherfucker missed. It's over with.
You crumble it up and just toss it.
It's easier to take the loss if it's like that. But when you start
the last game,
it's like,
the last leg?
All I need is this to happen.
Come on now.
If this happened, bro, I'm not going to work.
So when you go down the Pato, you just punch in,
or go right to the kiosk,
or do they have certain legs or bets?
I can show you.
They do have
pre-made.
We'll show you how to fuck your life up. Yep.
Because you'll be like, oh, I could do this.
Straight up.
I don't know. I really don't, because I don't know enough.
Well, watch what I tell you. Giannis has been averaging like 30 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as you put that slip in there.
15 fouled out in the 3rd quarter.
Swear to God, every fucking time. It never fails, dog. It never fucking fails.
Or he roll his fucking ankle or something stupid like
dumb
that.
Shit.
And he be like 1 point off, and you like, so he not finna play?
Yeah.
The rest of the game?
That would make me mad.
But see, no, like for real, because it's like, okay, cool, I lost, but it's like, bro, literally, I could have had $54,000. $54,000.
Yeah.
Nigga, you ready to cry?
Off a $10
Fuck
bet.
being mad.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit hurts.
So you
It
turn
hurts.
you turn into Brandon Hamm. You just walk away, fucking tears flowing down. It's not my fault. It's your fault. It's all y'all's fault.
Swear
It be
to
one
God.
nigga fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Swear.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Say no to drugs.
That's exactly what it is.
Moving on to the next film. Molly's Game. So this is Aaron Sorkin's directorial debut. It features Jessica Chastain and Idris Elba. This was my first time.
That was his debut?
His directorial debut. Up until that point, he had written several feature films, written a lot of TV shows.
Wow.
But he never directed. So this was his first go at it. And now I think he's directed all of his scripts since then.
I see why.
I think the last one was Social Network.
Social Network. That was my
David
joint.
Fincher directed. And once again, we go back to Control, ego, integrity under pressure, you know, and everyone is gambling, even people that aren't necessarily in the games are gambling, whether it be, you know, they're gambling with their reputation or for power, you know, and it just shows how easily ambition can turn into addiction. And the biggest gamble is when to walk away. Or knowing when to walk away.
What did Bun say?
Yeah. I thought the opening was very good.
Yep.
I was very
Absolutely.
intrigued.
Sorkin be writing his ass off.
I will say I felt like he was doing just a slight too much.
How?
I wanted more of
You talking about in the opening?
no,
Or just the whole movie. Okay.
film. The opening was perfect.
Okay.
I was like, I felt like I know who she was. I got all the information I needed to know.
Everything.
And boom, now we're
Didn't skip a beat.
Yep. So I thought that was flawless, but the movie's like 2.5 hours long, I think, something
Is
like
it about
that.
long? It might be.
220, something like that. And it bounces back and forth between being like a courtroom drama, and then, you know, we have the gambling scenes. I thought the gambling scenes could have been a little bit more intense, and this may be because I had Uncut Gems.
I'll say probably because
I'm saying
because I say
intense
that wasn't
but-
even the story.
But I still felt like there didn't feel like any real stakes when they were gambling.
Because it wasn't them. She was the one who had all the stakes. She was the one that was fighting
running the
for her
games.
life. She was
Yeah.
running the games,
Yeah.
and she took that one rake, and that's when it all started falling down for her.
Okay.
So it wasn't
I
really
can see
them
that.
participating in the game. It was the one running it,
Yeah.
and it's just like relate Molly's Game to what's going on with Chauncey Billups. Those are the people they after, not necessarily the ones playing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like with her, it was more so, I think just the whole her learning everything and then being able to take it over. It's like, okay, you fucked me over by saying you finna stop paying my wages.
Yeah.
Now I'm finna take over the game. And
Right.
then player X ended up doing the same thing to her. Like, I need a cut of this shit. She's like, nah. So then he changed the whole thing up. So then she went in and got even bigger players. So it was like greed was everybody's downfall.
I mean, but that was her life, though,
She
right?
knew
Like, I
nothing-
mean, because
yeah.
she was the Olympic skier,
Yeah.
blew her
Then
motherfucking
she didn't
spine
finish
out.
school, right? Like she started doing that.
And then so like that's what she knew, right? She saw it was quick money, easy money.
And then she learned the game.
Do you feel like do you think her dad played anything in there? Because the whole time I was watching, I couldn't help but think that if he had shown his more like love and that he was proud of her, that I don't think she would have went down this path.
I mean, he just created an ultra competitive individual. So almost anything with a slight edge of competition, she was probably gonna go after.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they depicted a good job of showing that her dad was, he was building her. He was hard on her. He was building her to be driven and ambitious, and don't take no, don't surrender.
I really do like the moment where
They had therapy.
they meet up on
at
the
the
bench.
on the skating rink.
And
that was fly.
I think he she asks him why he was more
didn't like
proud
her,
of the
like he
brothers
liked
or
the
something
brothers,
like that,
yeah.
and he basically said, "No, I thought you were more talented or better than your brothers." I was like, "Oh." He should have told her that like 20
They're right. You
years
should have
ago.
told her that shit.
But the thing is, she started running those games at like what, 22? So it's like he still had time, but then he also like he confessed to her like, I thought you knew, or you did know. So he was like still trying to.
But I mean, you can't give all the credit to him. Like when you become like people who are that competitive, like even athletes now, when you watch them, when they step away from the game, they're gonna find something else, or you see some of them return to the game, because that's all they know is to beat somebody, to compete, to drive, to win, and that's just who she was. And he pushed her as her coach when she was skiing, but that was ingrained. That was who she was. That was her identity.
It takes that to get to that level though. So it's not like he was doing anything.
Right? Yeah.
He
didn't do anything bogus. I mean, because obviously we didn't get that backstory, but that was probably an agreement. She wanted to be an Olympic skier. This is what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't just luck up into that. You don't just walk up one day and say, "Hey, I want to ski for the Olympics." You got to be the best of the best. So you get that push and that drive, and then that's just who you are. Because I think it was there was a scene when she was young and the mom was like, "Yeah, we should go in. It's it's getting late or whatever. It's time to eat." She's like, "I'm tired," and this. And then he said, "What's another word for?" I want to say, did he say tired? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And she was like, "Weak."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, "All right, well, let's go." And she's like, "Nah, let's do it again."
Let's do it again. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there it is.
The white
you can't
Joe
extinguish
Jackson.
that now. No, it wasn't no built ass.
We just didn't get that scene.
Right.
It was left on the editing board.
I want to know who these people, like who was Michael Cera's character, like Player X. I really want to know who that was.
Ain't know who that was, who they are. You know this shit's still going on.
No, I mean, of course. But
right,
like,
look, Chauncey.
Because he was the movie star, right?
Yeah, he was the movie star.
I was like, I wonder if that's Tom Cruise. Who the fuck is that?
Right. Straight up. No, I give you that.
But yeah. No, I'm still curious to see what the movie would have been like if someone else would have directed it.
So did you not enjoy it? Did you not like the movie?
I'm just curious because to me, when I think of an Aaron Sorkin script, it's
wordy,
it's fast, it's wordy.
It is.
And looking back at all the films that he's written and other people have directed, the pacing just seemed a little bit quicker. Like the editing, the cuts just seemed to kind of chop along with the dialogue. And there were moments, especially when she's in the office with like Idris Elba and they're talking or having moments that seemingly went on longer than I would expect from an Aaron Sorkin movie. Like his TV shows, past films, scenes don't really go on that long. It's like on to the next one.
So is that in question to both of y'all, is that how y'all watch movies? You don't watch the movie, you're watching Aaron Sorkin's movie. You don't watch the movie, you're watching Scorsese's movie.
Sometimes.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, if you're just watching the movie for what it is versus how you anticipate Sorkin to do it or this one, does that change the experience and the appreciation?
I will say, I there are times where, and it really just depends on like the day of the week and the mood, like and the reason why I'm sitting down to watch it and how it's presented to me. So there are films where I'm like, oh, I know this person did it. I loved this, and this. So I'm gonna sit down and watch it. Now I got all of that in my head, their past work and stuff. And so there is an expectation then, as opposed to just, maybe not hearing much about it or not, maybe there isn't like a build up, much of a build up. It just, it's on TV and I just stopped by and watched it. So I will say that, there is some bias in that because I did go in like, Aaron Sorkin,
See, I watched it without knowing. you know, and then once his name came up in the credits, I was like, you know what? Some of these scenes make sense to that nature. Like when Idris got down on the DA,
Yeah,
when they were having that meeting, that scene was powerful.
that was a scene. Yeah.
And it's like that's his type of, you know, scene. It's like, but I went into it just watching the movie for it being the movie. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense, especially thinking back like the opening and you got all of this heavy dialogue driving it forward, but it makes sense. Yeah. And it's like, I know that's his style. So, but I don't watch it like I'm expecting it to be like this or that. I just watched the movie for what it was.
Yeah. But I thought it was good. I was just curious to see, like, you know, what it would look like if, you know, a David Fincher had directed it. And obviously that's because we got Social Network, and I thought that was phenomenal. And it was like the perfect marriage of writer, director, and cast. So
if you had to compare those two, like, I guess what points would you give each Molly's Game versus Social Network? Both written by, one directed by.
What do you like? What?
Like if say you gave Social Network a 10, what would you give Molly's Game?
Oh, like an 8?
Oh, I could live with that. I could live with that. I thought
like
you
said,
like a lower score.
Like I said, the script is great. My only thing, I was just curious to see what a director who has been doing.
Here's
this
the thing,
for a
too. He
long
probably didn't
time.
have final cut. If this was his debut as far as directing,
I don't know. I feel like he a big enough name where he's like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
I'm gonna control my movie, and I think that's why he directed it. Because he was like, no, I don't want anybody else's opinion. So yeah, that was my only thing with that. The next film I've not seen, but it popped up as a gambling movie, Focus. With Mr. Will Smith and Margot Robbie. And one of the taglines that I came across was, the greatest gamble isn't about money. It's about putting your heart on the line in a world built on lies. I don't know what that means.
Once you watch the movie, you'll understand.
Yeah,
you'll understand.
It'll make sense.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
But the movie was good though.
So how does that, how we've touched on what, 4 movies, Focus being the 5th one. How would Focus rank on this list of movies as far as, you know, this world of gambling and all of that and how they depict that world and
well, we only get to see the front. Well, I've only seen the front side of it, which is the headlines, you know, oh, people are indicted, they're arrested. We don't really get to see the dark side of it when you have to come face to face with those bill collectors and those mafia members and henchmen and stuff like that. And you see a little bit more of that in Focus. I mean, obviously you saw it in Uncut Gems. Saw a one scene in Molly's Game where she had to, when Buddy came in there.
Turned her every which way but loose.
Man.
But just as far as the real depiction of it, I mean, that's just what it is, man. I mean, it's just a playground for people with money, you know, with disposable income or whatever you want to call it. Because that Asian guy that he was betting at the football game where he just kept raising the bet, double or nothing, double or nothing, double or nothing. But he played him into the bet, and you still got to check it out. So I ain't gonna say too much more, but that's just the nature of the beast, man. How much there's gonna be the finesser and the one that got finessed, and that's just all the bet is, man.
That goes from everything from the street 3-card Monty all the way up until.
But like Triz was saying, when you place some of those, you know, players on the depth chart that are lower down, or that 6th, 7th, 8th, 12th man on the bench, the odds become greater because it's less likelihood it's gonna happen. So I mean, I thought all of them. I didn't see Two for the Money, but I think all of them showed a lot of realism, what it looks like in the world of sports betting, whether you're directly influencing stuff, whether you're cheating the game, whether you're running illegal games, whatever it is. I think they all did a good job for what they set out to do. Okay. Out of that list, though, if I was putting them in order, I would probably put Molly's Game at 1. I'd probably stack Uncut at 2, Focus at 3. But one that didn't get mentioned and it fits in that world is The Gambler. With John Goodman and
Mark
Wahlberg. I would definitely. That's more along the same lines of Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I would say
by
so.
comparison, but that one right there to me,
You really see the dark side, and like he hits bottom, like rock bottom.
it gets rough.
It
gets rough. So yeah,
and just
that
a
one's in there.
phenomenal performance by John Goodman.
Yeah,
That
so.
man,
dude is cold. Dog.
He just popped like he's never the lead. He usually pops in a couple scenes or kind of in the background and just bodies it.
He's the lunch pail guy. He comes
Man.
in, work. All right, I'm going home, guys.
Like,
and knock that shit out the park.
He never phones it in. Never phones it in. Y'all seen Flight?
Yep.
He don't miss.
He don't miss. The Big Lebowski. If you haven't seen that is like my favorite John Goodman movie. He has a scene at a bowling alley and he pulls out a pistol. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't watch the movie, just look up that scene. It is hilarious. It's a little unnerving, but it's like the perfect combination of what that man can do. Because up until that point, I knew him as the dad on Roseanne.
See, I'm gonna take The Gambler. That scene where he's telling Marques the position of fuck you.
That's one of the best monologues.
That is one of the best.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He delivered it.
Okay. Do you agree with that ranking, or how would you?
No, that list was actually perfect. So like, I haven't seen Two for the Money, just as Lloyd hasn't, but the way he ranked those, I would too. I feel like they all did a great job of showing the chaos around trying to make shit look normal, and trying to keep everything together, because it's like, even though for those involved in certain areas, it's a control thing. For some, it's not. And it's like at any given moment, it can go one way or the other. Looking at Adam Sandler's character in Uncut Gems, even in Focus, shit can go left at any point. Molly's Game, you don't know who's talking. Like, even with her, like she, tried to know everything about every player in there, but then she had some people that did have records that kind of got sealed, so she didn't know. So it's like, at any point, the feds could have busted in any of those games, because she don't know who's talking any of that. So I think they did a phenomenal job of trying to show, like, trying to normalize chaos to just keep doing what you're doing and live the life you want to, I guess.
I think that feeds into why this topic is such a great subject for film. You essentially were describing the thrill of gambling, the chaos that comes with it, and each card, each hand, each roll of the dice, there's instant suspense, and that's what we typically watch movies for, is the suspense. What's going to happen? We have an idea, but we don't know for sure. The adrenaline that comes with it. It's like catered for film and TV. There's tragedy in it. You guys talked about the tragedy of coming this close to not having to go to your punk ass job.
It'll break your heart
every time,
and you miss it by 1 point. One leg of the parlay.
I almost hit another one like 2 weeks ago. I just needed 40 yards. You can't get 4 first downs?
Yeah.
Nope. Punk.
It's hope and tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
sound like
not
a Shakespeare
tragedy,
play.
but
right, some Shakespearean shit.
There's triumph. There can be triumph.
Yeah, sure.
It's
especially
less
when
likely.
you hit one of them.
Yeah, it's less likely, but there's this battle between tragedy and triumph that is embedded in gambling that makes a movie so thrilling, and the duality of that is part of human nature. It's all around us. There's tragedy every day you step out of the house, every time you turn on the TV, you know, but then there's also life and triumph. So it's perfect subject. So we already kind of sprinkled in personal stories and observations. Is there any other stories or observations that have like real life stakes that you've experienced or come across or seen? And I want to ask this question: is this whole gambling culture, is it exploiting fans, or is it enhancing the experience?
It's probably both. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Because they know for the most part, or at least I'm probably speaking for my fucking self, when you go to make these bets, you want to win. You do want to win kind of big. So they place all the odds where it's less likely to happen, so on and so forth. We have seen a lot of BS. Don't believe for 1 minute that, you know,
Vegas don't be making phone calls.
Vegas don't make phone calls. That shit is real. You know, they'll make a phone call and say, hey, we got to shut this down. And then all of a sudden the player ain't playing no more, or somebody's ruled out for the game when it looked like he might have just, you know, tweaked something, like nothing major. But, you know, so that call does get made. So they do exploit. But at the same time, it will, like, you can watch a game casually, like, cool. But when you got some money on the line or the chance to win a large amount of money, you are locked in. You really want to, you know, you need to see every moment of this game. And please, just like it was in Uncut Gems, that last game he watched, he's standing there and he just watching point for point, rebound, everything. That's what it does. So it does heighten the experience as far as watching it. You have something to lose, right? You have something to lose, right? You got stakes in the game. So yeah, no, I think it does a little bit of both.
It enhances when you hit.
Oh
and
yeah,
it exploits
when you lose. You goddamn right.
Like I've seen,
you
people,
said it best.
I've seen people run, like people will run parlays where, like me, I got to make like a 7, 8, 9 leg parlay because I'm only betting like $5. Some people have run like a 4 leg parlay, but they betting like 500 on it.
No,
you know what I mean? So yeah, like you have people that will lose big off of it, and it'll come down to the same thing where it's just like one leg that didn't cover, and boom, that's $500.
And they're definitely exploiting in the fact that, you know, because of social media, like these companies, and I ain't gonna name them because this is all entertainment purposes and all that other shit we need to say. But they'll advertise, oh, this guy just wagered 11 cents and hit for 368. That is a 1 in a million type.
Motherfucker had a 52 leg parlay.
And you right, and you looking like, dog. But the shit that kills me is when the people they do futures. That's where people really be hitting. They'll do futures. They'll bet like the World Series winner for next year, the NBA champions, the Super Bowl, and NHL, NASCAR, all this other shit. And they really be smacking that motherfucker. You ain't got to put a couple dollars on that. And it's going to change your life.
Because the odds are crazy.
Those are the ones that you'll see on like those social media profiles. And they're like, yeah, this guy just da-da-da. Could that be you? Well, shit. Well, let's find out. You exploitative motherfuckers.
You are. It is. It is.
But it's so easy to grab onto because it's like, that could be me.
Every time.
And it's like, oh, 11 cents. I got 11 cents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I got a dime and a penny
You know what I'm saying?
in the couch.
And then it's
Type shit.
Now it's theirs.
Yeah, now it's theirs. Yeah. Well, final thoughts, gentlemen?
It's just back to the top. I don't understand it. Y'all see people keep getting caught left and right. All the way back from, what was it, 1919? We done seen Pete Rose. We done seen Sonny Liston, Gladiators. All these people are getting caught, exposed. Stop throwing y'all shit away. Yeah. I'm talking to the athletes. Us average everyday people, we ain't gonna, you know, we don't take a hit like y'all do. I'm talking to the athletes, the coaches.
Like, I don't want to go back to work. Y'all do.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all do. Y'all worked your whole life to get to this point.
You love what you do.
If I'm making that type of money in that position, the only bet I'm making is I bet I don't fuck this job up.
That's real, though. That's real.
Facts.
That's it.
Like, I done worked my ass off to get to the NFL. Now I can't play no more because I was making bets.
Pisses me off.
The point was lifting all these goddamn weights for my whole life.
I'm at work hiding, sneaking behind shit to watch you play the game that you finna throw away for a $54,000 parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to win $1,500. I ain't think I should get suspended that long. Like,
Makes
nigga,
no
what?
sense.
Yeah,
No
just stop. Please stop.
Well,
Leave that to
gambling
us.
stories endure because they let us experience the danger from a safe distance. At least me, because I'm not partaking in any of
No,
it.
it's
You
from a
will.
safe distance for sure.
It's
Hell yeah.
the thrill of winning versus the heartbreak of losing. So, well, gang, if you enjoyed our content, once again, please subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Join us next week as we discuss the vitality of the Hollywood movie star and what success looks like in our current era. Thanks for joining the Locked Picture Podcast. Until next time, remember, movies are when dreams and magic meet reality.